Hi everyone, this is Susan Ornelas, and I am bringing you a Silhouette Saturday, but I'm a day behind, so you'll have to bear with me. I'm sorry. We're just getting used to this whole thing. So this is my second process video, and today I am doing a background cut, and I'm going to be using some mixed media. So I have started off already gessoing my background paper, and I'm heating it up just to make sure it's dry because I didn't have another project, to give it time to dry. So I had to use my heat tool to dry it off. My very old heat tool. Hey, it still works, right? So anyway, the I used a cloud background from my Silhouette Studio that I've had for a little while, and I'm using the texture paste from Ranger that I got in my hip kit maybe back in August. I think it was in August. Anyway, um, so I'm just texturing the back of that, and I'm going to cover the whole background in clouds. And for some reason, my camera didn't pick it up, but I also ended up using the watercolors from Michaels, the cheap ones that are like $5. I used the packaging technique like Missy Whidden and Irit, how they do it, and I really liked it. It was the first time I'd ever done it, so that was a lot of fun. I will be doing it again in my future. I just used some powder blues because this is a scrapbook page about my youngest grandson, Cameron, who's now 15 months old. I'm a dork. Yes, I did try to make heart around Cameron, because he has only had 2 pages made for him. This page and one other one, so I am slacking in my grandma duties. But we are going to, with these process videos, get that caught up. So I am using a background paper from a 6x6 pad from the Dear Lizzie, called Daydreamer. It's kind of an older pad, I think. Um, so I'm trimming it down. I decided that these are the patterns that work best. I did go through and I flipped through the whole book to find the ones that would work well. The very background paper, the dotted paper that I glued my background paper to, is actually from last, I would say last Christmas, the holiday catalog from Stampin' Up. It's a background paper from their holiday. They're like snowy snow flurry. I can't even remember what it's called. It's a year old and it's retired. So I'm using an overlay from Project Life, and I'm using that little heart dimension sticker from um, Cray Papers Craft Market, and that doily I won from Caddy Miranda back in May. She had done a giveaway, and I won her little package. But that doily is a package of 4 from Studio 18, I believe. And that tag that I'm using right there, or trying to figure out where to put, is also from that same sheet from the craft market from Cray Paper. So I play around with that for a little bit and decide that I do like it up in the corner. So now I am using my stencil from Amy Tan, and I'm uh, piercing out the word adore. And I'm not going to make you watch me do the whole thing, and I'm also not going to make you watch me sew it. I just do a simple back stitch, and like I said, it's done. So I want to use these thickers that I got in my very first hip kit in February. Um, I joined hip kit in February, and those were the first thickers that I ever had. So the wee works out just fine, but there's not enough room for you. So I am going to scratch that in a minute, because no matter how hard I try, it's not going to work. So I'm going to go into my stash and look through those snap alphas that I got from Simple Stories, and I like that blue, but it wasn't. It was a little too close to the blues that I've already got, so I want a little bit of contrast. And I am going to eventually go with those chocolate brown like stickers right there. And I'm still going to say we adore you. So I'm going to get that. And I do end up that texture paste, not a lot of stuff likes to stick to that very well. So I do go back when the page is done and glue it down, because the W wasn't sticking, the E didn't want to stick. So, but I do that later on. So just keep that in mind. Not a lot of stuff wants to stick to that texture paste. The Scotch Quick Dry goo, that works really well. And that's what I'm using on the doilies, is the Scotch Quick Dry. And generally, I don't use wet glue on my photos, but I had to do it for this one because, like I said, nothing was sticking for me. So now I'm going to take the attacher from, or the mini stapler from Stampin' Up, and I'm attaching that overlay, and I'm now using the Scotch Quick Dry because I am going to commit to this page, which is big for me because, like I said, I have page commitment issues. So I really like that. That is going to stick in that corner up there, and I'm going to use some of the same thread that I used to, um, the same color that I used to stitch the Adore. That way there's a little continuity. And I'm going to pop it up because that one little pop dot in the center is just not enough to balance it for my taste. So I have to make sure we balance that out a bit. And then I don't remember what else I do. I go through a bunch of different Project Life. I am going to use these Studio Calico hearts. They're really tiny, a lot tinier than I guess I had anticipated. So I'm going to try my tweezers because my fat fingers could not get those to cooperate very well. But the tweezers, well, that was an epic fail as well. So my fingers were what I needed to use. So anyway, I got those down, and I'm going to go flip through some more of my stash. I found this, I was given back in August. A lady and I had met on Facebook about a year ago. Her name is JoJo Kelly, and she and I live in Las Vegas, and I just have never scrapbooked with her, but we always said we were going to. And so we went to a crop, and she was so sweet. She brought me this flip book full of rub-ons, and they are from Creative Imaginations, and I love them. But they were not wanting to cooperate on that texture paste, so I've never really worked with texture paste before, so this was a live and learn situation for me. I will know from now on that not a lot of stuff wants to work on texture paste. I love the way it looks, and I'll use it again. I'll just know for the next time, that rub-ons aren't always the easiest thing. So now I'm using some wood veneer from the I Am collection from Simple Stories. I think it's the only thing I own from the I Am collection because I don't know why. I loved it and I really wanted it. I just never got it. I'm so busy subscribing to kits that I kind of missed out on some of the ones I really want. But so now I'm going to use this little date. It's from the Project Life. I don't know what that's like, a little label at the top, and it's from the Adventure collection. And I'm putting down the day he was born was August 9th, 2014. And I really like that chipboard from the Project Life Adventure, but I just couldn't get that little banner to work. So now I'm going to do some journaling, which is not so easy to do over texture paste, but I do make it work. So, and I end up writing way more. So you'll see I draw lines, and then I get done with my journaling and have to draw a few more lines. And really, I'm just saying how much Cameron weighed. He was 8 pounds 12 ounces, and what a blessing he is to our lives. He's just such a sweet little boy. Couldn't imagine life without him. So that's all I'm doing, is in how full he has made our hearts and our lives, and he is just such a blessing. So I'm going to continue on here, and then you'll find in a minute that I guess I journal, and I think I don't have anything to say, and then I find out that I have a little bit more, so I don't know how much more, so I only do one line at a time. Sometimes I'm a dork. What can I say? So we have one more line, and then we'll do one more line. And then I think we're finally done. So Yeah, I think that might be it. And then what I end up um, doing a pen marker all the way around the outside of the white paper with the um, clouds, as you will see in some of my pictures coming up. So I thank you again for joining me. I hope that you will subscribe to my channel and like my video. Again, I love comments. I welcome them, especially if there's any helpful hints that you can give me. I am always open. And I hope you all have a great day. Bye.